Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome to the Enough Said podcast. We are in season 5, episode 15, guys. So here we go. We got a lot to talk about this week. We got Eagles Panthers review. We're going to look at our mirror board and see if anybody jumps up or down.
Yeah.
The 49ers falling off. We got AJ Brown chirping. And how you feeling now? Decisions teams regret. And a lot more. We'll catch up with you in a second here. Dre, hit it. What up, fellas?
Hey, what's up?
On?
Yo.
Yeah, another episode, ho, and all that crap.
Ho, all that crap. Man. You sound like a Scrooge, Sal. Damn.
Yeah, man, bah humbug, man. No.
Wow.
No, let me tell you, last night I went into Philly. It was beautiful. We had the Christmas tree up. People were skating on the ice skating rink, man. I was loving it. So,
yeah, that's good. Yeah, missed those
all
days.
Right.
Yeah,
I got
It was
you.
cold last night.
Ooh, it was brutal out there. That's why my voice is, I got hit.
How bad was it? 30s?
Oh,
20s?
20s, yeah.
20s.
Teens
Yeah.
was
Ooh,
wind chill.
teens, 20. That.
The high was
Yeah.
only like 30, 32 or 30, like right above
Yeah.
freezing.
Wow, y'all getting okay. So we're considered the South again because I was talking to Dre on Friday. Friday was like, yeah, it was like 30 degrees. I was like, well, we was about 65 on Friday. You know, yesterday was about 60. So I was like, all right, this is kind of feeling better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Y'all
not
can
up
keep
here.
that cold, yeah.
Not
Man, I
up
don't
here.
miss that at all.
We walked from like 18th and Vine all the way to like Independence Hall, and it was like, whoa.
Oh,
It was
man.
like, we were like, wow.
Wow.
Yeah. We
God
were-
bless you.
Yeah. It was fun though.
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
A lot to talk about this week, guys. Let me get these intros in. I just thought of this one on the fly. How's
Oh,
this?
God.
Here we go.
Oh,
It's me.
Oh boy.
yeah, I know.
Oh,
It's got to be about Mike.
It's gotta be me.
Speaking of, Jermaine and down in the warm weather there, on Valentine's Day, he asked his wife to be mine. On every other week, he asked Dre to send the podcast invite 20 times.
Wow, you're freestyling now.
That was a good one, Sal.
How was that on the
That was a
I'm about to
good
say
one.
wife
That was
and
a
me.
good
Like,
one.
oh boy, what's going
I
on?
know, yeah, right.
Where's it going with this?
Hey, it was reminding me of that time when we was in Baltimore and we
man.
pulled up with our shirts off. Remember that? Oh God, why not even say that? You know what I mean? Yeah, Sal on the cheese. Okay.
You know I pick up everything. Come on, man.
Yeah, beach,
Ah.
wet, dinner. Yeah, no shirts. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't recall.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, and this guy, he got a Sprite and he drank it. He got dranked and he got, I should say, sorry, he got Sprite and he drank it. He got Dak and wrapped himself in a little Cowboys blanket.
I love it.
Obviously, you're talking about me.
Yeah.
What's going on, everybody?
What's going on?
What's up to our podcast listeners, our YouTube watchers? Yeah,
man.
I don't recall that either. So.
Yeah, a lot of stuff you don't recall.
We got evidence. Jermaine's
I
got
got
it on the
evidence.
phone.
Yeah, I got evidence.
Yeah. Still blames his wife for it. I don't know. when at your birthday dinner, I was asking Michelle about that, and she knew nothing of the details about that.
No, really?
Oh, she didn't know it.
After this podcast, I'm gonna go talk to her.
Yeah.
All right, and this guy knows. He's like, please don't mention anything about my girl in the pool hall. But here he goes.
Oh my God!
You just won't let it die.
There you go.
We're gonna see that fist come into the screen, like on Pim's screen, instead of like the feet. The fist is gonna be coming in. His 49ers used to be stacked. That was before they had all the injuries, like Mike McStuffin tripping over the curb with the 6-pack. So there he is, Mike.
Hell
Mike,
no.
what happened? A
Oh,
little
that's funny.
injury? You're tripping over the curb on the stick back? We turning into Dre
yeah,
here? What's happening?
yeah,
man?
man.
man.
Just I missed the step. The next thing you know, I was on
Oh.
my butt, man.
Wow.
I didn't break the six pack. I don't know.
That's good. You saved the beer,
Hey,
man.
Mike,
Yeah,
Mike,
beer, yeah.
hey, Mike, I love the background. You know what I mean? Because you got that milk dud head, and then you got the cream. You got
Well-
it just bonds together, man. I mean, I love it. I love it, Mike. I love it, man.
I was going to ask in a few minutes from the funeral wreath of the 49ers. Now
Man.
it's Saturn. I don't know if they're going to heaven or what.
Oh, man,
the
you remember
49ers.
the award show? Life's better on Saturday. What team is going to disappoint your
Man.
fan base the most? And the song says life's better being somewhere else. And right now, being a 49er fan, life is better somewhere else than being a Niners fan.
Yeah,
Man.
I like it.
That game was a snooze fest. That was.
That's one of the few games I love watching Niners games. I watch any game, but
Man.
I couldn't even watch that.
Man,
Man,
that was yeah.
I saw the score.
Mike, that was ugly, man.
That was ugly.
It was a slow death, man. It was just sitting there watching it like, wow, this is just torture.
Yeah.
You can't score, can't catch, can't do nothing.
Kittle was your lead receiver with only 61 yards. Like,
Yeah.
They stopped throwing him the ball because they would try to force it to Debo, Mister. I don't get the ball enough, and then we'll talk about that.
You think Kyle? You think Kyle is losing the locker room or what? I mean, especially with this nonsense that's happening with Campbell. Do you think he's up? Nah.
I think fine. No, you need multiple years of bad to lose a locker room. I think. I think it's fine.
Okay.
Man, you know what Ron would be doing right now? He'd be playing that Titanic music. Mike's going down with the ship, man.
Yeah. Right now, he the captain.
It's funny because
Capitan.
yeah, I was talking to Bobby and I said, "What game do you have this week?" He said, "Well, they put me on the Dallas Panthers game because he said 77% of the country's watching that." And he's like, "I am not looking forward to it." I said, "Well, it could have been worse. You could have done the Niners and the Rams game." Like that is true.
Yeah, man, that was
slow death, Chinese water torture.
Slow death.
Yeah.
That was beyond
bad.
slow death, man.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
You
I
suffocating me by just watching it. I was like, why they even put this on TV? Just go to a movie or something. You know what I mean? That's how bad it was. You're like, you know what? We're just gonna just break away from this and watch a holiday movie. You know what I mean? Break me up your spirit, especially the San Fran fans. Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, it was everything that's going wrong this season. You saw it on display in that game. I mean, that was pretty much it. It summed it up pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But Debo gets booed, Mike. Dude was getting booed.
Should have. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Man.
I'll be the first one to be going.
Well, does AJ Brown get booed this week if he doesn't catch?
No, if he doesn't catch, it's because we're not passing the ball. That's not a problem. He's not about.
Yeah.
I
don't know. He's chirping, Jermaine. You said it a couple weeks ago. He said if he starts chirping.
If he starts, well, look, I mean, me and Dre talked about it. It's like we should have saw this coming somewhat. You know what I mean? It's too much talent. It's too much talent, and there's only one damn ball that's in the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how do you supposed to just make everybody freaking happy with one ball? With one ball, you can't. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then on top of that, with all that talent, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
But you're on a
point
nice
is-
winning streak. And,
Exactly. Yeah.
The point,
Well,
the
we're
point
winning,
is
right?
to win the game.
You're right.
Mike,
I
exactly.
mean, that's
Yeah.
win the game.
You're-
You got a 9-game
yeah.
winning streak, and you're complaining about, we got to work on passing. And it's
Yeah.
like, well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. You do got to work on passing, but stick with the formula. Like I was saying in the text messages about AJ Brown, it's like, if they switch up the formula today and start passing the ball a bunch and not running the ball, and then they throw picks, interceptions, and drops, and all, and it don't look functional. The whole team's getting
Bad
booed.
things,
Exactly.
Bad things are going to happen.
And my thing is too, if AJ Brown tonight, if you have one catch and that's the catch that got to win the game, and you fumble to get there, or you whatever, don't complain about it. Don't.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to. You talking about I want catches. Well, you better catch the winning game today. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I was also telling Dre too. The bottom line is this: if they get bounced out of the second round of the playoffs or don't even reach the championship and all of that, you cannot go into next season with this formula. You can't do it. Something's got to give, and somebody's got to go. That's just my opinion. You cannot go in there next year having the same personnel and everything. One of those people, somebody's got to go. Somebody's got to go. Either you're going to be a run heavy ball club, you know what I mean? Because since you got Saquon, or you're going to be pass happy. Because look, in this offense, everybody's not going to be happy. But then at the same time, you're on a freaking 9-game winning streak.
Right?
It's wild. It's wild how he just came out and all that stuff. And you're on the 9-game winning streak. You're about to. You're on the brink of getting into the Super Bowl. I mean, everybody's got you favored to be in the Super Bowl, and you're doing this. Come on.
Look at Kansas City, man. They're barely winning their games, and they're not complaining.
Yeah.
They were a little bit, but
it's a little
they
true.
were complaining about this as a standard as a team. They all felt like they should be doing better, but they weren't really like throwing shade at different sides of the ball. You know?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I know AJ Brown, it kind of cleaned it up and said, I was just being honest that we got to work on passing, but it wasn't like, I say anything about AJ, about Jalen Hurts, but I think it was pretty obvious, because people have been talking about it for weeks that Jalen Hurts, hasn't been passing as well, and honestly hasn't had many opportunities to pass because of the play calling. They're taking the ball out of his hands.
Well,
it'll be interesting to see how this goes moving forward. I think you're right, Jermaine, and I'm going to say now, we talked about it last night with some of the guys. If the Eagles don't go deep into the playoffs, I believe AJ Brown will not be here next year.
But
it's got to be one of those. You know what I mean? It's got to be one of those. It's got to be that one type of scenario like that. It's got to be something. It just can't go in there next year like that. Sorry.
And guys,
why would he not be there? I don't understand.
I'm on the same page with Mike.
Why he wouldn't be there?
No, I'm gonna play devil's advocate because I remember a while back, Jermaine. I think we were talking about quarterbacks, and you said, I was talking about the overpaying Jalen Hurts, and you said, well, who are we going to get then? Well, why would you get rid of your best wide receiver in franchise history? Actually, Eagles franchise history. Just because he's chirping and complaining? I don't think so.
Why would Tennessee get rid of him? Because there's something about him in the locker room.
Going on.
Guys.
T.O. what is this? T.O. 0.2? I mean 2.0? I mean, come on. I mean, and what happened? What happened when T.O. was here? Who got bounced?
It should have been Donovan, to be all real. But
I agree. It probably should have been Donovan.
It's debatable. It's debatable.
All I'm saying is all wide receivers, is my opinion, are divas. Diggs is a problem. Look at how many teams he's been on in 1 year or 2 years. Diggs is a problem. Every receiver has that bitching problem.
Do you hear Chase chirping that they're
Chase is not chirping? He's in the contract.
7-11. I mean, he's had his moments, but the thing is, they give him the ball a lot, so he don't have to explain because they always throw him the ball. I'm surprised. Someone like Justin Jefferson, I'm surprised, hasn't been frustrated because Addison's got more touches than him, but he's been a team player. He's like, we're winning. I don't care.
Tyreek Hill, you hear him chirping? Tyreek?
He's having babies. So I mean,
I know
that's what he's having babies.
He's drained. His mind's somewhere else.
He's drained.
But to me, though, these outweigh more than the Marvin Harrisons who are quiet. When seniors played and all those guys played. But I don't see a problem. It's just AJ needs to just play the game.
Anyway. I took me a video on that one.
I missed that. I actually didn't hear it.
Sorry.
I don't need to say it.
Yeah, we won't repeat
I'll tell you
that
after
What
the show.
did you say?
Oh, man. We'll get back to it. Jesus. Anyway, guys, slow start again against Carolina. Here we go again. Like with they just can't seem to get going out of the gate again. And Carolina, they let Carolina hang around in this game, and it almost bit them in the tushy. So I don't know what you guys are feeling about that, man. But that was concerning again. Are you going to go into the playoffs and are you going to get a slow start once again? Shout out to Hef, by the way.
What up, Hef?
By the way, I will say it's an all ADU, non-ADU podcast fantasy football final. If it's all enough said in the fantasy football final, I'll just say that. Sorry, guys. ADU had a rough week last week, and now watch, I'll lose today, of course, but but anyway, guys, are they going to be able to get into the playoffs with this slow start and be able to hang against somebody like a Minnesota or Detroit and be able to pull these games out?
Well, look, going into the playoffs, man, I mean, yes, you still got to keep Saquon involved, but you got to find, with all this talent that you have on the wide receivers and offense and everything, you got to find some kind of balance, and you definitely got to pass the ball. You definitely got to pass the ball because the playoffs is just something, it's the next level, everybody's probably going to be teeing off on loading that box, coming into the playoffs, loading that box and everything and stopping Saquon. So you're going to need that passing game at some point in the playoffs. And it's you got to figure it out now. Don't go into playoffs. It's like, oh, well, we got to pass. And then all of a sudden now, like you guys said, with these, all of a sudden here we go with these turnovers. You know what I mean? Forcing the ball to AJ or doing whatever. But yeah, they're gonna have to figure this. They're gonna have to figure this out. What you got? 3 weeks, 4 weeks left. So yeah,
you got like 3 hours to play against Pittsburgh. So it's like score early.
Do you ever watch one? Did you just looked at your arm? Did you?
I sure did. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm like, wait.
I got it. Oh, I got the new AI intelligence. But it's not there. Listen, I think you gotta score early, man.
Yeah.
Like, we've been struggling all season with trying to get out the box or start off the game striking early. I know we'll get into the matchups and stuff, but Philadelphia has to score early. That means going to air against Pittsburgh, I think, today. And also it's still my burning question about Jalen Hurts reading defenses, how he still struggles with those zone coverages or 3 cover or whatever. So my thing is, man, you're right, Jermaine. We got to get the playoffs, but it's now that it has to happen. Today.
No, you're right. He said 3 hours. You're right. I looked at 3 hours. Like, what are you talking about? 3?
But I don't know. I feel like we've seen this before with the teams. If it is who you are, it's who you are. I mean, at this late in the season, you're probably not going to fix it. So I mean, this is probably going to be the formula they're going to have to just stick with, and just try to make it work. And that's old school. We run the football. We play good defense. And
see, that's what
it sucks. Scary. It's scary.
That's
but I mean. 2000 Ravens did it. It can be done. If you can just control the clock, and you just got to get 1 or 2 explosive plays with Saquon, just so you can get some scoring. It's not going to come through the air, but it's not just riding on that defense. You just got to keep the defense healthy. I don't think you're going to fix the passing game, and I think trying to fix it, you're probably end up breaking something else. And you just don't want to have a game where you're throwing the ball a bunch and then things go south, because then that the locker room is going to start, looking at people, especially Jalen Hurts, and saying, this guy can't lead us. And then, the media is going to pounce on it, and then they're going to be running with the whole storyline as well. You don't want all that. So I don't think you fix it. I mean, I don't think you can fix it. I think it's just too late. You are who you are at this point.
Well, I'm a bit of concern if that happens, because people are going to start figuring this out as far as loading the box and make Jalen beat you. You know what I mean? Stop Saquon and make Jalen beat you. So I mean, you put that extra man in the box, and what's going to happen? If you're going to be that running team, and now all of a sudden you're loading the box, and now you're 2-3 hits away from Saquon getting injured. Now you got a problem. That's all. That's why I've been saying to look for that balance and all that stuff. But you're right, Mike. I mean, I don't know. You went in here, and I mean, this is where Saquon got us where we're at right now. So that's all. I just think about the playoffs, Mike. That's all.
Yeah, this is how the NFL is, though. I mean, it seems like every team's always got that one flaw that they just have to live with. I remember last year, San Fran's run defense was all year long. It was just like, you can't stop the run, can't stop the run. And they got to the playoffs, and then sure enough, couldn't stop the run. You know, they stopped the run into the Super Bowl, and then that's when the offense fell apart. But, you know, it's just one of those things that, you know, this team is very balanced and it has a lot of good things going, but these slow starts it just seems like that's just going to be it. It's driving the battleship. You know, you got to get it turned around. And once finally in the spot, then all of a sudden the guns go blazing. And it seems like the Eagles just are slow to get the battleship turned around. But once they got it going, just got to keep it close early. You know, if the game gets ahead of them, like away from them early, then I think that's where problems arise.
Yeah, turn that ship around. Make sure you don't break the rudder. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, so far they've kept teams contained from running away with score. I mean, they have given up points early, but no one's run away yet, you know. That Carolina game was a little scary, man. I mean, that catch again, you know, if Leggett catches that ball, this would have been a totally different week.
Yeah,
100%.
You're right.
Hef says 2000 Ravens a hell of a team to mention, Mike.
It's just the idea, you know.
No, I thought about that too in the beginning of the show. I thought about that too. So.
Yeah, well, and that's another good point. What do the Eagles do with a slow start and they go down by 10? That was our point. Yeah, I agree.
Right. But 10 is enough. 10 is like it's like there's a threshold to when it's too much. Like 10, we said them down by 10. They were down by 10, I think, to the Ravens, or down by 10 to somebody else, and you're just kind of like, oh, they got them right where they want them. But you know, if they're down by 14, 16, 21, well, you know, but that hasn't happened. It may not happen.
Yeah,
you know, they could go all the way to Super Bowl and having teams scoring barely any points on them. But yeah, if it gets away from them early, they probably won't catch up.
Yeah. Let's move it on to real quick. Is Dallas Goedert playing today before we move on? I think he's questionable.
I thought it was IR.
Is he on IR?
He didn't go on IR?
Yeah, I think so. So it's like he's out for 4 games, I believe. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so they're gonna have to do something.
Right.
That's right. Yeah, so they are gonna have to do something with the tight end position again today. So
they got the
Conchera.
Yeah, and your boy Covey's out again, Jermaine. Your boy Covey's hurt again.
Jesus Christ, man! I mean, come on, my man Covey. Yeah,
that means
MVP.
That means Gainwell will take the punts.
Either that or Dijon. Yeah,
or you
know. But all right, well, we'll get into that. All right, let's talk about this. I don't know why. Devondre Campbell, Debo, 49ers, this whole thing. Mike, is it time yet to sit Fred Warner?
No.
Really? Mike is going to let that guy play on a broken ankle?
No, I mean, they'll figure it out. I mean, I don't think so.
Even though Dre Greenlaw is back, he's like, no, dude's playing.
No, I mean, if he feels like playing, he'll play. I mean, if he feels like he needs to sit, they'll probably be like, all right, Fred, you know your body, so if you need to sit, you'll sit. But no, I don't think he's going to sit out. But who knows? Maybe they will let some more other rookies and stuff get in, or second-year players or your guys get in, get more experience. Build more depth. Was good to see Greenlaw get back out there. I mean, you could instantly see his impact, right away. And he's not even 100%. He was like, 3,000% better than Devondre Campbell, and Devondre Campbell couldn't handle that,
Well, I don't know, man. I still think, what are you playing for at this point? Why let the guy screw up his ankle further?
Yeah, you're right. That's what I was trying to say, Sal. I mean, I guess technically you're still in it, right, Mike? I didn't see.
But I mean, you play because you love to play, and that you still want to win games. You still got contracts. You still got incentives. You still got money on the line. So I mean, if there's no money on the line, there's nothing to play for. Then but I mean, guys still out there auditioning for next year. Guys still have to get certain number of sacks, certain number of tackles, certain number of catches, whatever, to get whatever kickers in their contracts. I mean,
I don't know, man.
Professionals, you got to play. You can't just throw in the towel because the season's over. Like maybe the last game of the season you do that, but other than that, man, health pride. You still got to put on a good show.
Health over safety.
Yeah, but you got to put on a show for the fans. I mean, it's this whole load management. Oh, we're going to go sit everybody so the fans can show up and watch a bunch of backups play. That ain't right.
Yeah, but if he's hurt.
Yeah, but both of the guys are hurt. I can see if they wasn't hurt. Okay, you keep playing, but they got some kind of ailment. I mean, are you further making? Yes, Greenlaw's not 100%. you know, and then Warner is what playing on it fractured foot. Jesus, you know that's the way I see it. You know, it's like Sal said, it's more health than it is. Get out there and play. You know,
I mean, you don't want to be ignorant about it, but I mean, I think they, I'm not in the locker room. I mean, I think Fred, many years he's been in his league, he knows where his body is at. He knows the risk of things. If it was that serious to a point that they thought more risk of injury would happen, they probably would sit him down. So I'm thinking that, he'll make that decision. I mean, he's a core guy. I mean, heck, he's one of the highest paid linebackers in the league, highest paid players on the team. I mean, the last thing they want to do is break him so he can't play next season.
Yeah.
So they'll figure it out. I'm not have to worry about it. But as far as I'm concerned, right now he's playing.
Yeah, I mean, I played on a fractured foot and I fell down the steps. So he'll Fred, when he's done for the season, he'll start falling while he's falling down the steps. When his ankle goes off.
How long until Devondre Campbell is cut and is Debo gone at this point?
Well, let me hold on. I want to say this about any player in the NFL or any professional sport at that level: you don't quit.
Yeah,
because I'm laughing at Michael Parsons crying like a baby last week, and pouting and stuff. And he did leave a little bit early, before the whistle blew to exchange, sportsmanship, and that to me bothered me as well. But you don't quit. I don't care who you are, even if you're coming off the bench, you're not a starter. You don't quit.
You quit on fantasy.
You don't quit. I quit on fantasy. Did you understand what that? Do you know what that word means? Fantasy, fantasy, right? Fantasy, fantasy versus reality.
I'm just saying.
Think. Use that noggin. Think. So my opinion with Campbell and all that. If I was the coach, man, he ain't playing the rest of the season. He's done.
Oh, yes, automatic.
Oh yeah,
he's done.
Yes. I mean, the fact Shanahan even said that publicly, he said, the player said he didn't want to play today. I mean, if they had any intentions of keeping him, he would have said, oh, it's an issue. We'll deal with it in-house. I mean, he threw him out there under the bus, and so his teammates could all come out and throw him under the bus too, because they all know he's gone. I mean, Jerry's words like, he'll probably get cut. That's some sucker stuff that he did. It is. I mean,
you don't quit.
Come out there, you suit up. As far as everybody knows, you can play. I mean, if you're mad about Greenlaw taking your job, that you knew that once Greenlaw was healthy, he was going to take the job. When he got signed, they already told him, it's like, dude, you're here until Greenlaw gets back, and then we'll figure things out. Greenlaw comes back. He knew what the deal was. He still suited up, said he wanted to play. And then when they need him, he just walks off the field. Like, that's not just bad for your teammates, but that's bad for your next job, because now everyone that's looking at him is going to be like, why do I want this guy? Because if the chips are down, he's going to be like, I'm out of here, and they can't depend on him. So I mean, his agents got to be like, man, what the hell are you doing?
Exactly.
He's like, you lost yourself millions of dollars.
Yeah.
You get signed anywhere is going to be for a veteran minimum.
Yep.
And they're going to be watching you with eagle eye hawk. Like every misstep you make, you're out of here because they don't trust you.
Yeah, you're
I know what you're thinking.
Yeah, I think Devondre Campbell is drained, guys, but we'll go to that later. Mike.
I'll say.
A lot of comments coming in.
Yeah.
Greenlaw was so winded on that game. He said football shape is a real thing. And then he also says his teammates cut him. Yeah, I think the 49ers teammates did cut him. Absolutely.
I mean, Greenlaw, even when winded, had the most tackles before he went out the game. He had like 8 tackles. Just instantly. With a little bit of production that he had, he was like night and day from what Devondre Campbell was all season. Like, it was glaring that you're not as good.
Was that Greenlaw's first game back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First game back. Yep.
Wow.
So it was good to see him. I mean, it was pretty obvious watching the game. It's like, all right, San Fran, don't let him leave this offseason. Find a way to keep him somehow. Maybe it's a 1-year prove it kind of deal because he got injured, but you don't let that guy go without making him a serious offer because it's night and day with him on the field.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into some of the games, guys. The first one today.
Hold on. I gotta say something real quick. So look, run a as much as Devontae Campbell may be upset as a Niners fan, I'm still mad at Debo. As far as I'm concerned, that was the most disgraceful thing I've seen. He's pissed me off. You don't get up there and talk about I need to get the ball, and then you drop the would-be touchdown. And you deserve to get booed. And I'm very disappointed. I don't care about Devontae Campbell. He was a nobody. He was not important to the team to start with. Debo is a captain. He's got the C on his chest. He's got to step up. He didn't step up. I'm mad about it. The other thing is,
I agree.
Look, UC Saturday's in my background. Team season's over. All that kind of stuff. So, as Aaron Rodgers suggested, I need to figure some things out, and I need to go into the darkness.
Yeah, and stay there.
Wow.
Well, Mike, go ahead and pond on that. Because I told you so.
Oh my God. That's great, man.
Come back, Mike. We love you, man. Come back. I mean, it's only 1 year, bro. We went through this last year, Mike. We went through this last year, man. Come on.
Well, look,
my God.
I'm about to emerge from the darkness. The darkness, I've reached an agreement. We've discussed things. They said life is short. It's like you can sit on Saturn and you can vote, or you can do another strategy, which is to root for your second team.
Who's your second team?
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Wow.
See you later, Mike.
Wow, Mike.
Jeez.
You know what, guys?
Wow.
I totally forgot. But
Wow, Mike.
Mike's wife is
Mike's wife is a Steelers.
Yes.
Damn, Mike.
So
Shout out to that. I've always been with.
You know what? Where's your wife? So she needs to replace you. Where's your wife? Put your wife on it.
Wow, man. Jeez. It was funny. It was funny last night, guys, because when we were out, we bumped into a Steelers fan. He was chirping all that. I said, "Yo, what up, Tomlin?" He said, "Yo, what up, Rudy?" He called me Rudy. I was like, "Yo, man, I'm just messing with you." I'm like, "Come on, man." I was like,
and real quick,
right,
Michelle's cousin's husband, he called me and he said, "Dre, let's get this show going." And he said, he was talking about the matches, but he said, "I like y'all team," but he said today or tomorrow, when he said it's gonna be different. I was like, all right, here we go. All right, Steeler fan.
Well, we got the terrible towels, but it won't be today because the game's in Philly. So
it's in Philly. Yeah. Yo. Wow, Mike.
I like that, Mike.
That's cool, man. That is cool, man.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it's too bad they play you guys today, but no, I'm this has been my second team for I don't know how long, but Niners always be my number one. I want to see them win, but look, I'm not gonna sit here and just be like, all right, I got nothing to watch. I gotta enjoy the rest of this season. So, I see Tomlin get it, man. They talk so much trash about him in Pittsburgh, want him to go all the way. So look, I like to see Tomlin, take this team deep. It makes something of it. I like to see an all Pennsylvania Super Bowl. I think that'd be fun, but we'll see.
Pickens is out today, so
I know.
Pickens is out.
We'll talk about that, but nonetheless, I don't know why you just did that, Mike. Anyway,
it's not his blanket; it's your wife's blanket, right?
Just like the Cowboys was Dre's wife's blanket.
Yeah.
I think this is a bunch of this pattern here.
There it is. Yep, there it is.
That's a terrible towel.
Jermaine, lift your shirt up and show them your star tattoo.
What are you talking about? Man?
Not your shirt, your skin.
No. We don't need a replay of Pimp and him pulling lobsters out of his back. None of that. No, not doing that. All right, let's get into the game since we're talking about it. I was going to save it for last, but Pittsburgh, Philadelphia today, guys. It's a good one. So we're going to start with Jermaine on this one.
Yeah, go with him.
It's a good one. What do you got, Jermaine?
Yeah, I mean, look, nothing to take away from Pittsburgh. I am not taking anything from Pittsburgh. Nothing. Because I think they surprised a lot. They surprised a lot of teams. And I'm not surprised, period, because it's Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin is always, he's a winner. And what? How long has he been in there for? How many seasons? And he has not had a losing season since he's been there. That's tremendous. That's tremendous. Bottom line is tremendous. You know what I mean? He has another year under his belt that he's going to have another winning season. But with that being said, like I said, all respect for Pittsburgh. You know how they just grinded. They're grinding. They've always been grinding. You know what I mean? Since I was a kid, you heard, the steel curtain, all that stuff. Every year, every season, they grind and they play football, and that's how they play the game of football the way it's supposed to be played. But at the same breath, today, it's in Philly. I think what's going to happen is you're probably going to see a nice performance from Philly. It's going to be a grind out game between the both of them because both defenses are great. So, but I got Philly pulling this out like 24-20, 2017. And it's what I'm about to say is scary. It may come down to Jake Elliott kicking that field goal. So,
Oh boy!
You know what I mean?
These kickers, man.
It's going to be.
Kickers,
ain't going to be a blowout. It's going to be a grind out game. It's going to be a good game. Like everybody says, it's going to be a good game. So,
all right, Mike.
Yeah, actually, I think it is going to be a grinding kind of game. And honestly, I was thinking of kickers. I was thinking of Boswell for the Steelers and how he's been very accurate this year. And it may come down to him making the game-winning kick. I think the Eagles are going to still find a way to win. I think Pittsburgh is still looking good playoff-wise, but this is just one of those games that they can kind of afford to lose. I don't know. I think the Eagles are going to find a way, but I am concerned about what's it going to look like if they are able to slow down Saquon and Jalen does have to throw the ball? And Pittsburgh is throwing blitzes and throwing all kinds of defensive looks and kitchen sink everything just to see if Jalen is going to be able to figure it out or not.
Yeah.
I think it's going to come down to a field goal, but I think Philly will win on a field goal.
All right, Dre.
So history has Pittsburgh has not beat Philadelphia at their home like since 1965. 60 something, right? 65.
Yeah.
On top of that, also Russell Wilson of the old seems to be back, right?
Sal's boy, Russ.
Don't
Don't
throw
count
that
on
on
it.
me, Sal.
Don't count on it.
And what
3 first-round picks. See, we messed up, man. Now we got Jalen. Everybody complaining about Jalen. See, we could have had Russ. See, Sal? Man, Dre, I'm sorry. My bad.
No, you good.
We might have been better with Russ.
No.
See, that's what I'm saying. You pick it with me.
And I'm going to stick with my guns. I remember 3 weeks ago, we were talking about the remaining games, and I said Philadelphia's going to beat the Ravens, and then they're going to lose to Pittsburgh and then finish out the rest of the season by winning our divisional games. I want Philadelphia to win this game. You know that. But I think Mike brought up a good point. If we're behind and we got to rely on that arm, I don't know. Like the Georgia Bulldogs that we got to be Bulldogs today. You know what I mean? Like the defense really got to buckle down and just mess up Russell Wilson or mess up Justin Fields with his run pass options, the RPOs, and then Najee Harris. Well, their run is 9th in the league. We're first, of course. And then defensive wise, Pittsburgh's in the 6th. So TJ Watts. So it's going to be a lot of, I think, battle of the trenches today, I think. And if Philadelphia can get out score early, yeah, man, let's do it and score out early and then pound the ball with Saquon. We're going to win.
You know what? Hold on, Sal. You know what? I just thought about something because this could be the X factor could be that tight end for the Steelers. Pat Fairmouth?
You
know what I mean? Because have our linebackers really been tested with tight ends? I'm just trying to think over the season. Have they really been tested with tight ends? What? Baltimore really didn't get Mark Andrews involved or even Isaiah Likely or whatever. Not to a point.
Well,
they did. That was
the only thing
they
got
did.
involved.
But they had that touchdown. Well, he had that big touchdown where he just threw it up.
Andrews was the only one that really got them into playing against us.
Yeah. I just, are we better ground tested with tight ends? We tackle well with Vaughn the Kobe Dean and stuff. I don't know. I don't know about that. That's all. That's what I was trying to say. Maybe Fairmouth, whatever his name is, could be that X factor. I'm not sure.
Pat Fairmouth.
Yeah.
No, it's a good point. And actually, I'm going to bring up the slot because the Eagles defense has been really good, obviously, in pass protection. But the one area they have struggled is still with the slot. If you look at the stats over the last couple of weeks. So they had Sal Powell on this morning, and he was saying that Russell Wilson's talking about Scotty Miller having a big day today. He's going to be in the slot, and he could give the Eagles some problems.
Oh, boy.
So, yeah, so let's see if Eagles can stop that slot. I think Pickens is obviously a big loss for them.
Right.
I think that's going to be a big loss. But, I agree. I think it's going to be stopping the run, and can they stop that slot receiver today and keep those third down conversions to a minimum today? If they can't get off the field on third down,
oh my God,
that's it, Jesus.
That's our Achilles heels, man. We can't stop third down for saving our lives.
I mean, it could be 3rd and 40, and we can't. We can't get off the field.
I see 3rd and 17, 3rd and 20.
You
first
can't
down.
Get off
I'm like, what?
It's like you just want to punch something. It's
like,
man. 3rd and 17?
Yeah.
Really? 3rd and 30, 3rd and 20. Come on, man. God, Lee.
But
I never understand how that happens.
Exactly.
I had the same problem this year and last year with third down. You're like, first down and second. I was like, what's the difference between first? It'll be 3rd and 10. You're like, what is the play call that all of a sudden works, and what is the defense all of a sudden doesn't work to give up first down on the play?
Exactly.
It's so obvious. Why don't you call the same play on first down?
What forget 1st and 2nd. Just go to 3rd down. That's all.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never understood it. Like when you look at a playbook. Coaches have like my 1st and 2nd down plays, and here's my 3rd down play that automatically always works. It always works. Just go to 3rd down.
Just go to 3rd down. Go to 3rd down, man. Forget 1st and 2nd. Go to 3rd down.
So you taking the Eagles win or what, Sal?
I do think the Eagles will pull this out. I do think it's going to be extremely close. I think if Pickens was in the game, I agree with Hev that I probably would have picked the Steelers, but I do think that that's going to be an issue. I think that Russell's going to miss him. And I think, I do think the Eagles will hang on, depending on, again, if they get to a slow start and if they can get off the field on 3rd down. So we'll see.
Scotty Miller. I didn't know because Scotty Miller, that was Tom Brady's back in Tampa Bay. He was in Tampa Bay. That little scat little
guy.
punk. You know what I mean? So,
you know what I mean? Russ likes him. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Yeah, we got to pick it up here a little bit, guys. I can't believe it's almost quarter of already. Yep. Another big game. Let's get to the big ones first. Buffalo at Detroit. Ooh.
Yeah.
High scoring game right there, boy. Jeez.
Jermaine, does Detroit keep rolling?
Nah, I think Buffalo got their ass handed to them last week. They got embarrassed and all that stuff. So it's a reset game. I think Buffalo's going to pull it out. Not pull it out. I think they're going to beat them soundly because Detroit needs this kind of, this, that, and the other. I mean, they've been rolling, but they're banged up. I mean, and I think it's really going to get exposed this week with Josh Allen and that offense and stuff. So I'm not going to say Buffalo's going to pull it out. I think Buffalo is going to win, not soundly, but it's a win that puts them back in that win column. So.
Wow, hefty.
Lions by 14. Okay, all right.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, Hef, you know what your parlay 2.5 spread, man. Wow.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Mike, you liking it today?
Oh man, it's a tough one. I was going to go Lions, but I think I'm going to go Buffalo, and I think Buffalo is going to find a way to make this game be about Jared Goff, and that Jared Goff is going to get exposed for who he is, and that's I think a guy that just needs a lot of help to look good, and I think they're going to force him into being playing quarterback and having to throw the ball, and I think he'll have a couple interceptions and turnovers, and that'll be the game.
Yeah, the bottom line is, Mike, I think Campbell he's going to get his ass bit by going down on these 4th downs. He's going to go one too many times, and it's going to watch. This right there is going to cost him the damn game. Keep playing around, Dan. Keep playing around. You're going to find out today. Go ahead and go for it on 4th and 4 on your 20 and see what happens. All right? So, that's the way I see it. So.
Is this a 1:00 game, guys, or is this a later one?
No,
today?
this is a 4:20,
This is
5, 4:30.
4:20. Okay.
Really, the same time as the Eagles game.
Yep.
Yeah,
Dang,
Oh
wow.
wow, yeah,
that's
yeah.
gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
All right, Dre, who you got?
I'm gonna take Buffalo. I think Detroit needs this whooping, honestly, to get Campbell to stop gambling. Get actually, I would like to see more with the run game with Detroit, but I think Buffalo is going to shut that down today. And then I think golf is going to really be messing up. So I Buffalo really showed me last week that they're for real. Remember last season, they will always show that they're a threat, and then they just fizzle out. You know what I mean? And I think Buffalo is the real deal now this year. So I'm taking Buffalo.
They got rid of that cancer, Diggs.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
They've been rolling.
Yeah.
They got rid of that cancer. So
Yeah.
Is
And I
it?
see what Huff's saying in the chat about them. You know, that it was embarrassing with their defense, but I mean, at the same time, you really saw just how explosive that offense was. 'Cause, I mean, every time they were giving a point, Josh Allen and the Bills is just right back down the field. You know, so you can see that with that guy, you know, how he's playing. You know, especially when they don't have star players, they got good guys and no real stars on the offense, but yet that offense is just so functioning well that, yeah, if their defense gets a couple stops, you can see them running away with a game. They're that explosive.
Yeah. It's going to be a close one. The Bills defense does worry me. I don't know how they're going to stop that Lions offense. I mean, it's explosive. I mean, definitely in St. Brown, they haven't really tapped to his full potential yet. I think that guy could go off anytime now. So I do think it's going to be close. I'm hoping, obviously, Buffalo wins this game for the Eagles' sake, and the Eagles can pull it out against Pittsburgh. But
that's the reason why I'm saying
it. But then the conference, I believe, the tiebreaker that Detroit has over the Eagles. So the Eagles would actually have to get a game ahead of them, I think, because of the conference win. So, so we'll see how that goes. But in the end, I'm hoping Buffalo wins this game. I think they will if their defense can hold. I think Goff will see ghosts today. We'll see. You know, we'll see what happens.
Little Sam Darnold.
Yeah, we'll see what happens today.
Is it in Buffalo or Detroit?
It's at Detroit.
It's at Detroit. Yeah. Green Bay at Seattle. Guys, don't count out Green Bay yet. I mean, you cannot count them out yet. Love is throwing some nice balls.
Don't count out Seattle. You can't count Seattle out, man. You know? I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, Jermaine, who you got in that one? The game is obviously it's at Seattle, so you like Green Bay? They can win there and pull it out?
I mean, Seattle's playing scrappy. You know, I don't know. I think I picked Seattle. I think was one of the games that we had to pick with Seattle and somebody else. Seattle and Arizona, right?
Arizona, yeah.
So I did. I thought I picked Seattle. I'm gonna hang with Seattle. Seattle. It's at home. They're at home, right? They're at home and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna hang with Seattle.
You like that running back? Was it Charbonnet or whatever?
Yeah, man. Yeah, he went the hell off, and Walker's not playing again today.
Yeah, Walker.
Yeah, he's not playing again. Yeah, so
sleeper team.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
Mike, you ready to crown him?
I hate them, but you know, they're wearing that neon green crap. I think this week too, but
seeing double.
They are playing decent ball, and Geno Smith is still playing pretty decent. He has his moments of making bad turnovers, but you know what? So does Jordan Love. You know, I think he has an interception in like every single game this season.
Wow.
I think Seattle. I think they firmly are going to take the division this year. I mean, the Rams are making it come up, but I think this is Seattle's division this year. I think they just, you know, got that first year new coach kind of vibe going that they haven't come down to earth yet. So I'm going to take Seattle. I think they're going to win. I think Green Bay's sliding a little bit.
All right, Trey?
Man, I agree too. I would like Jordan Love to just be the Jordan Love from last season. I'm not seeing it. The injuries that he had, the turnovers that he's having. This is a divisional game. No, it's not. Sorry. Two different teams. Sorry.
Conference game, but
conference game. Sorry, conference game.
But it doesn't matter for like playoffs and stuff.
Yeah, for playoffs, I mean, that's my mind is always. I'm seeing the tree. That's what I'm seeing. And I'm gonna take Seattle on this one. I think Green Bay is going to struggle getting into the playoffs and wild card team. I mean, they're going to struggle, I think.
Well, I'm gonna go with my boy Hef on this one. So, I mean, Hef and I have our differences on his man. LeBron. We'll talk about that tonight on his podcast.
Oh,
and,
boy.
and LeBron, all of a sudden, nobody knows where he is. He's gone. We'll talk about that later. But I
The
agree
king.
with him. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I agree. I think this is going to be Green Bay's game to lose. I think they can make a statement here and say, hey, we're a legitimate playoff team. We're going to come out and take it to a Seattle team and show that we're legit and stay in this hunt. So I think Green Bay wins this one. I think they find a way to win. And I think Love comes out. I don't see Seattle stopping the receivers that Green Bay has. Green Bay's got some nice balance on those receivers. So I do. I think Green Bay is going to win this one. So LeBron, on the other hand, we'll talk about that later.
Not on this show.
Yeah. Indy at Denver. Why? But anyway, Indianapolis at Denver. Indy at Denver today, guys.
What is playoff implications on this one too?
Yes, big time.
Indy actually can catch up to the Texans, I think, if the Texans fall.
Yep.
And then Denver, I think, technically, as the last wild card spot. Or
Yeah.
close to.
Yeah.
We got to pull up our early pre rankings in the beginning of the year, because where did we have Denver?
It was
It
low.
was low.
Because I think we had
the bottom of the barrel.
Because I think we all had Houston.
We had Houston up. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is a big.
Now
game,
look at it.
Jermaine.
Yeah. This has been a crazy year. All around. Period.
What happened to Stroud? I mean, we'll get to Houston later, but
he's a sophomore. That's a sophomore slump. I mean,
Man.
this is why coordinators get paid what they pay. They sit there all season. They look at everything. Weaknesses and all that stuff. It's a sophomore slump. That's all. It's crazy.
So, Jermaine, who you got in this one, Indy or Denver?
I got Denver.
You got
Denver's looking good. That Bo Nix is,
Yeah, I like Denver.
Yeah, he's coming. He's coming into his own. He's a rookie. Sean Payton, I think, found his next Drew Brees. It's going to take time. Denver's going to be back up there in the next maybe next year. And then really being a contender. Cream of the crop the next 2 years. So, yeah, I mean, Sean Payton is going the right direction. So, I picked Denver tonight.
All right, Mike.
Yeah, I think Denver's got it. I'm still not believing in Anthony Richardson yet. I mean, he has played a little bit better, but he still misses wide open guys. He's still not necessarily reading defenses, just making some better decisions, especially with running the ball, which is good. But, yeah, I think Denver's just got a lot more balance. They've definitely got a better defense. And so, yeah, I got Denver in this one.
Yeah, Hef's calling you out, Mike. I called the Broncos being a decent team this year on an episode of one of those long ass quizzes. Yeah, those tax forms out, Mike.
Ain't no quiz. That was what was that? That
tax
was
form, man. That was
tax form. Yeah, something.
Yeah.
That quiz would take. Hey, a quiz would take 10 minutes. I'm literally sitting up there at my desk at work, just like having a headache. I'm like, Jesus. Next page, you turn the page, next page.
It's true.
Mike challenged the hell out of us, man.
Gotta put the work in.
Man. It'll be worth it in the end when we laugh at that.
Gotta work hard.
Brought memories back.
Yeah, you work hard off. I like that.
That whole thing brought memories back of my horrible SAT scores.
I mean, that's the truth, right?
Yeah, oh my God.
Listen, man, Denver is a sleeper team on the AFC side. They're statistically wise on the stats of the ranking. They're a middle of the pack, but teams get hot during December, take it over into the playoffs. Man, I can see Denver knocking out top seeds. I'm not. I think Denver is going to really crush the Colts today, unless Richardson has some kind of CBS man, I don't know, some kind of thing back in college when he just went the hell off, and they'll do it. But I don't see it, man. I got Denver all the way.
Yeah, I agree. I like Denver's defense a lot. I like Bo Nix a lot. I have Sutton going today, so I definitely think he's going to have a decent game.
That's right. I'm going against you, Mike. And I mean, Sal. Yeah. And Cooper
Yeah,
Cup
I'm
didn't give
gonna
me
say, yeah.
nothing. He ain't give me anything. So I gotta play catch up big time, man. Yeah.
You're fine. Your quarterback can get like 50 points. Burrow
I
can get
hope
like
so.
50 points,
I
man.
hope
So
He can, yeah.
I got Hef's boy going today and Jalen Daniels, so we'll see, man, what he does today. But yeah, Denver or San Diego. I think it's Denver without a doubt. I like Denver better than San Diego. Yeah.
They
I
match
do.
up good
Yeah, but-
between the
but-
both of them.
To me, I'm
Mhm.
taking it as you don't want Denver. He takes
Yeah.
San Diego.
Yeah.
Well,
Go ahead, Dre. Sorry.
Is-
Or whoever.
No, Sal, I was gonna say, I know we were talking about, possibly doing the game thing, but I think this is perfect segue into our sheet that talk about contenders or pretenders. Someone's
Yeah,
gotta
let's
bring
do
that
it.
out, 'cause
Oh, I
we
got one more
already-
though. We got
Oh,
one
okay,
more.
all right,
We
go.
got
All
one
right,
more.
yeah, all right.
Go.
Okay.
And this
Go.
is your favorite, Mike. Tampa Bay. Come on, man. Tampa
Oh
Bay.
God! Come on.
Come on.
Tampa Bay.
Bay.
Tampa
Mike,
Bay.
you know what?
Yeah.
Mike, you know what?
Baker,
I would
Baker.
respect you a little bit more. I would respect you a little bit more if you'd have had the Tampa Bay logo in the back instead of the Steelers. You know what I mean? Come on, Mike. Come on, man.
Man.
Baker.
Tampa Bay at the Chargers, Jermaine. Come on. Who you like? Tampa
Tampa Bay.
Chargers.
Oh wow, that's a good one.
How's that a good one? How's that a good one, Mike?
Man, I'm telling you, I mean, both teams got playoff implications right now. Tampa
Chargers.
Yeah.
I didn't even let Mike
Chargers. Mike. Chargers.
He's like Chargers. Oh man. He's like, come on, Mike. Not Chargers. But the Tampa Chargers. Oh, I know who Mike's gonna pick. Dre, come on, man. Who you got in this one?
I'm thinking Chargers
All right.
because Chargers.
Go ahead, Mike. Talk about your Bucks. Go ahead.
Tampa Bay defense.
No,
is
I'm just
horrible.
gonna give you the Todd Bowles look.
Oh yeah.
That's his look too. Like,
Oh man, Baker. He's not giving up on Baker, man. He's not giving up on Baker. This is the Chargers day, man. Baker's not going to beat the Chargers. So
I mean,
let's go.
Tampa Bay
Yeah.
does have better
Mhm.
for rankings and
on,
offense and all
Bucky
that,
Irvin, boy.
but their
Come on,
defense
man.
is almost dead last, Sal. Tampa
Yeah.
Bay's defense is like 27th in the league.
Mike, I
Man.
swear you're trying to convince yourself, man. You're
Yeah.
in denial,
I don't
man.
know.
Bucky
Mike-
Irvin's
you
hurt.
You said
He's
Mike and
checked
Irving,
out.
man.
Bucky Irvin's hurt, man.
He's hurt.
Bucky, you don't mess with Bucky, all right?
Mike is
I
having
didn't see he was
Mike is
hurt.
having an interesting
Yeah, it's a
season
different
5
story if he's hurt.
podcast.
Yeah, Mike, man. Yeah.
His team died.
It's-
He says he can't pick any more opinions. So Dre's right.
oh my god.
Wow, man.
And you know what? He'll probably win the Enough Said Fantasy Challenge too.
Well, listen, man, I'm in trouble right now. I'm going against
he'll
those.
probably win the fantasy.
Yo, I'm the number one team, and I'm about to get bounced by Mike.
Come.
It's
come
early.
down.
Come
Yeah,
on.
I know it's early.
You're gonna
We
be
only have
fine,
one
dude.
player.
guys-
know.
You got
Bucky
AJ
Irvin is
Brown as
playing
your wide
today.
receiver, and
Yeah.
so come on. You got
Yeah,
AJ
Bucky is
Brown and
playing.
Jamar Chase. Come on, man. Get out of here. All right. I requested Sharon Dre. I don't know if you accept it or not. I can't tell, but here is our Miro board, and I think we adjusted Baltimore down. So after the show last week,
Well, let's get the obvious out of the way. Put San Francisco down at the bottom.
Forget about it.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
at this
put it in.
point,
They
Yeah.
don't even consider forget about it. Just bury them.
I
Bye-bye.
still think these guys forget about it. I'm sorry.
Who, the Colts?
Yeah,
I
still
think
do.
after the day.
After the
I
day,
think,
they
yeah.
will be.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
I'm
Put
not
the
sold
Cardinals
on
down,
these
forget about it.
either.
Yo,
too.
put
Yeah,
Cardinals
the
forget about it.
Falcons. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
Murray.
Cardinals, Falcons.
Falcons. Yeah, come on.
I would-
Now-
Kirk Cousins are dead. I don't know.
You know what
I mean,
Hef's
yeah,
going to say? Hef wants this up here.
Yeah, I give it
Might
to.
be.
Well, yeah,
Might
after
be.
today, put them up there as contenders.
And you guys are talking like these should be moved up.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
should.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they should be moved up.
contenders, yeah.
And Mike's itching
Come
to
on,
have
man.
these guys move up.
You guys won't do it. I say you do it, but I know you guys say won't do it. So we'll leave them where they're at.
Seattle or Bucks, Mike?
No, the Seattle should be contender, I think.
I don't know. You guys want to bump Seattle up, Jermaine?
Sure, I think so. I think Miami should be
Oh.
forget about it.
I agree. Yeah, I think Miami's toast. I could agree with that. If it wasn't for McGenius, maybe these guys too, but I don't know.
No,
LA is
yeah.
working their way up to being a contender, but I
Yeah.
think still pretender so far because I got to see it happen again, you know. But oh boy.
Listen, I mean, if those 4 teams, is that it, guy, for cream of the crop out of all these contenders at the bottom? You think so?
I think so, man. I'm not sold on.
I'm thinking Miss Minnesota's cream of the crop.
Not yet.
They are. I think the 2 teams you're looking at right there, Denver and Minnesota, are your 2 sleeper teams that you don't want them in the playoffs. You don't want to play them because they're doing some good stuff.
Yes,
you know, especially with defense. You just don't want to touch them. I don't think anybody wants to play them.
Man. All right, let's leave it at this. We might have some more adjustments after this week. Let's see how it goes. I think we're narrowing it down nonetheless. It could be if Buffalo loses this week. Do they come down? I don't know. We'll have to see.
I think Pittsburgh, depending on how it goes today, could make their way to cream of the crop. You know, I've had suspect feels about them, you know, this year, you know, Mike Tomlin, you know, but man, I mean, they keep winning.
Wow.
And they do some good stuff.
I'm leaning towards this one too, guys.
No.
I don't see Stroud.
After today, maybe.
And these guys are cutting it close.
Because Texans,
yeah.
I could see Texans being pretenders.
Yeah, I'm on the fence about.
They look like a team that's going to the playoffs. They're going right out the playoffs.
They should beat Miami today. This is my opinion. Texans.
Yeah.
But,
all right.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We can judge them again after how things look today. But I think where'd Jermaine go?
I don't know.
Yeah, we lose him.
Uh-oh.
What happened? Oh man, his internet
Comcast revenge.
Yeah.
They heard what he said 2 weeks ago about they suck. They say, "Well, we show you suck."
Hef says replace Buffalo with Pittsburgh. Not ready yet. Maybe after this week, Hef. Maybe after this week. So we'll see what happens.
Pittsburgh's working their way up there. They really surprised me.
Today's going to be today's like a real turning point day to put who's going to be really the playoff picture. Honestly, to me, a lot of games that are going to be. Yeah,
and I mean, we didn't talk about it, and I know it looks like it's probably a cupcake game, but Washington and the Saints is a pretty decent matchup. I mean, I saw Washington last week. I thought the Titans, or the week before last, the Titans, you know, with their high-ranked defense, they're one of the highest-ranked defenses. You know, they fell apart for Washington. So I wasn't really sure if it was all Washington's doing or just all Tennessee's doing, falling apart. I like to see how Washington looks today. You know, if they come out and handle business and really look like, you know, a strong team, or if they struggle with the Saints or even lose to the Saints, you know, because that can mean a lot for the playoff picture too. I mean, Washington really does need to keep pace to hold on to that last wild card spot. So I'm very curious to see how that game looks today.
Well, they're playing New Orleans. Washington should come out and hand it to New Orleans.
That's what I'm saying. This is a game that, you know, if they're as good as we say they are and how they looked all season, they should be able to handle them. But, you know, it's still its first year quarterback. It's still first year of new regime and all that kind of stuff. You know, these are the kind of games that you got to take care of, but there's always potential you could lose just as much, you know.
Well, they just had a bye week, so they're fresh. So that's the good news. That's a good time to have a bye week at the end of the year, heading into the playoffs. So let's see what they come out with today.
Can Kansas City lose to Browns today?
No,
they sure can.
I'm about to say, I think they sure can.
Come on, no.
Jameis is famous Jameis boy. I mean, that was one of the things I was going to have him in the game I was talking about in terms of regrets, you know, and it's like, you know, what if the Browns had not started Deshaun Watson from the beginning of the season and just went with Jameis or anybody else other than Deshaun? I mean, they threw away belts on 9 games just running with that guy. If they had just stuck with someone else, they'd be a totally different team, probably a totally different conversation about their season if they had just done something a little different.
Unless Taylor Swift plays quarterback, Kansas City ain't losing today. Let's just say that, man. Come on.
Okay. Watch out, Patrick Mahomes on that left side of the line. You know, I'm telling you.
Listen, Bucks. You got no
Miles.
You got
Miles Garrett.
You got
no. My Bucks, man.
This guy. After you called out the Bucks, you got nothing, Mike. Come on. Man.
Oh man. All right. Wait till the Bucks travel to Pittsburgh, Philly. Wait till the Bucks have to go to Philly.
Yeah, they got to get by Minnesota or Detroit or Washington. They're not beating any of those teams. Come on.
All right,
man,
yeah.
player.
They're the only team that beat Detroit this year.
Yeah, but come on, man. So, all right.
No, that's when everyone was healthy. I was just saying, everyone was healthy then.
I don't know what happened to Jermaine, but anyway, shout out to the All Dressed Up podcast as always for joining us today. They are on tonight. If you haven't seen them, it's a great show. I know Hef said he's all ready for the LeBron slander. Going to be talking a lot about that and the P. Diddy parties, all this stuff, man. There's all types of rumors going around here, and it could be just be rumors. I don't know. So they will fill you up to date on that, I'm sure, and some other great topics. Great show. So check them out tonight. Also have Streams Media. If you haven't seen the Climbback series, great show as usual.
Indeed.
But just bringing people who've struggled and coming back. Just an amazing show to see how they've transformed their lives and how good they're doing now. So shout out to that. Shout out to all the games today. A lot of good games going on today, guys. Great week to kind of hang out, get ready for one last week here before Christmas. Programming note, next week we are going to be on Friday night. So those of you usually watch us Sunday morning, next week we're shifting it because of some commitments that we have. So Friday night, we're going to do this probably at 8:00 p.m. So check us out next Friday night if you normally watch our show. As always, you can connect with us on our social media channels. We are on YouTube, Instagram, when it works, right, Trey?
Yeah.
Instagram, all the major channels. You can reach out to us at enoughsaidcrew@gmail.com. And as always, send all complaints to Jermaine. He will handle them when his internet is working. And
I was going to say, Jermaine, did Comcast just cut you off for a second?
For a second. Yep, for a second. Yeah, they don't like me, man. They don't like me.
Man,
They don't like me.
you. Shout out to everybody who's joined the show the whole year. We could not do this without you. We definitely appreciate you. We have some people who always watch our show. We'd like to thank all of them. And guys, we'll get ready. We'll have our Christmas giveaways, Christmas gifts, and next Friday night. So we're looking forward to that to see what everybody gets one another. Our Secret Santa, which we do every year. So that'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I'll make sure to get Andre a drone.
Wow. Yeah, the drone. I'm sure they'll be talking about that tonight on ADU as well. All these drones.
No, actually, I want an RPG.
Man, I'm telling you. Jesus. Anyway, have a great week, guys. Enjoy the game, and we'll catch you Friday night, 8 p.m. I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, everybody. Enjoy it. Let's go, Eagles.
Let's go, Eagles.